The ICNCTDS is excited to reveal that our scientists have made a significant breakthrough when it comes to tidal energy. See, the ICNCTDS views the use of waves to generate electricity as one of the future sources of sustainable energy that the world will use. However, we recognize that current technology is not enough, so we decided to work on it. Now, to first explain our breakthrough, we need to go over what we were improving. This is the tidal energy process. Wave currents drive an underwater turbine which generates electricity. However, despite being sustainable, it simply does not produce enough electricity in order to replace current means of energy production. Also, waves are very unreliable and inconsistent. So the ICNCTDS looked for a way to upscale waves and make them more consistent. Tsunamis are long, high waves caused by earthquakes and other disturbances. These waves would be perfect for a large-scale tide farm as they can drive a large turbine and can be created on command. However, you will be surprised to hear that they are not the easiest thing to create. We considered creating our own earthquakes, thus creating our own tsunamis. But we decided that this would be too unsustainable on Earth, as it could do minor damages, so we had to scrap that idea. Next, we looked at other causes of tsunamis and bingo. We at the ICNCTDS are big fans of the 2014 Christopher Nolan movie Interstellar, and we decided to take some inspiration. See, during the film the protagonists find themselves on Miller's planet, an ocean planet which orbits a black hole called Gargantua. On this planet, due to the gravitational pull of the black hole, there are large tsunamis as tall as 4,000 feet. This would be perfect for a tidal turbine of equal proportions. Now, of course, there was a tiny bit of time dilation, where every hour on the planet is equal to 7 years back on Earth. However, in the interest of science, we have chosen to ignore this. Another thing which makes these waves perfect is that they regularly occur at least once every 3.28 hours, thus allowing time for any necessary maintenance in between the waves hitting. Now, how do we actually carry this out in real life? Well, the ICNCTDS has considered the Earth for this, as the Pacific Ocean is pretty big, with nothing much going on, bar a couple random islands. However, you will be surprised to learn that we do not orbit a black hole or anything with a strong enough gravitational pull to create the desired size of waves needed. To solve this, we thought about creating our own black hole next to the Earth, but the ICNCTDS has realized that this might cause a number of minor complications. So we looked towards other planets with oceans and discovered TOI 1456b, at only 100 light-years away from Earth. See, this planet is around 70% larger than Earth, orbits a red dwarf, and possibly has very deep oceans. These oceans would be perfect for the tsunamis, but there is one issue. There is no black hole. So, how do we get a black hole next to TOI 1456b? Well, I'm sure you're thinking what I'm thinking. In the 2010 family comedy film, Despicable Me, the protagonist, Gru, steals the moon using a shrink ray. The ICNCTDS were inspired by this and thought that we could shrink both the planet and black hole, place them in space, and then resize them again. Simple. But what will the turbines be made of? See, these waves would be pretty strong, so we would need an equally strong material to construct the turbines out of, and we didn't have to look far. Prismarine, the main building block of ocean monuments, are both water-resistant and strong. So using the Guardian farm of the PTN, we would be able to build multiple of these turbines out of prismarine. In addition to this, we will place an elder guardian at each turbine, so that the tsunamis will have mining fatigue when they reach the turbine and thus erode them slower. So then let's go over how this will work. The turbine would be comprised of this large prismarine pole with a large turbine connected to it. so that it is side on to any oncoming tsunamis. Once that tsunami hits, the turbine will spin and it will drive a generator and in turn, generate electricity. However, as you have noticed, these planets are not near Earth. So how do we get the electric to Earth? Well, it's simple. We'll airdrop the electricity to Earth via Bluetooth. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of the ICNCTDS's Sustainable Energy Project series. Thanks for watching.